Welcome to the reality revolution. This is the Something Wonderful is About to Happen activation. We are discussing the secret power of expectation. One of the most powerful forces in the universe is expectation. Right now, in this very moment, people across the world are experiencing wonderful, even miraculous events. Not because they're luckier than you, not because they've mastered complicated techniques, but because they've activated a specific neurological and energetic state that literally magnetizes extraordinary circumstances. This state doesn't require years of meditation or spiritual practice. It doesn't demand perfect thoughts or flawless vibrations. It operates on a completely different principle, one that works whether you believe in it or not. We've been taught that expectation is a form of wishful thinking, a passive hope that something might eventually happen. That's not expectation, that's waiting. True expectation is an active force that reconfigures your brain's neural pathways, alters your electromagnetic field, and broadcasts a specific signature that the universe can't help but to respond to. Many of my activations are designed to create this field of expectation. The ancients understood this. Physicists are beginning to understand this, and by the end of this activation, you'll not only understand it, you'll be embodying it. The transformation we're about to experience together works at a level deeper than conscious thought. While your mind listens to my words, another part of you is already beginning to activate this something wonderful state, the exact state that precedes extraordinary synchronicities and unexpected blessings. In this episode, you will discover why the events you've been trying to manifest have been delayed, and the surprisingly simple shift that removes that delay permanently. You'll experience the crucial difference between desperate thinking and authentic expectation. And most importantly, you'll feel a distinct change in your energy that signals to your subconscious and to the universe that you're ready for wonderful things that have been waiting for you to be ready for them. This is an activation of your natural state of positive expectation, the state you were born with before life taught you to expect less than the miraculous. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your brain and energy field when you activate authentic expectation. This goes far beyond positive thinking or traditional visualization techniques, or even what you understand as expectation. Your brain contains a fascinating mechanism called the reticular activating system, the RAS. This neural network acts as a filter, deciding what gets through to your conscious awareness from the millions of sensory inputs bombarding your every second. When you generate genuine expectation, your reticular activating system literally rewires itself to filter for evidence of wonderful things occurring. You begin to notice opportunities that were always there but previously invisible to you. But expectation doesn't just change what you perceive, it changes your physical presence in the world. Researchers at the HeartMath Institute have documented that the electromagnetic field generated by your heart changes measurably based on your emotional states. When you embody positive expectation, you generate a coherent heart field that extends several feet beyond your body, influencing everything it touches. This is why expectation energy feels so different from more positive thinking. Positive thinking happens in your mind. Expectation happens in your entire being. It's a full body, full field state that broadcasts a specific frequency, one that acts like a tuning fork, causing similar frequencies in your environment to resonate and amplify. Think about the last time something truly wonderful happened unexpectedly. If you recall that moment right now, you might remember a distinct feeling just before it occurred, a subtle sense that something good was coming. That wasn't just a random feeling, that was your natural expectation state, activating, even if only momentarily. The distinction between desperate wishing and true expectation is crucial. Wishing comes from a place of lack and separation. It says, I don't have this, and I need it to be complete. Expectation comes from a place of alignment and knowing. It says, this is already mine, and I'm simply watching it make its way to me in physical form. This state creates a probability collapse, where multiple potential futures collapse into the one most aligned with your dominant frequency. Your expectation literally helps reshape reality at the quantum level, bringing the wonderful experiences that match your expectation into physical manifestation. Every spiritual tradition has acknowledged this power in their own language. In Christianity, it's called faith. In Buddhism, it's called right intention. In the Hermetic traditions, it's called mental transmutation. Different words, same fundamental force, the power of expectation to bridge the gap between potential and reality. What makes this activation different is that we're not going to try to convince your conscious mind to think different thoughts. Instead, we're going to activate the actual neurological and energetic signature of expectation, the state that naturally attracts wonderful experiences without effort or strain. This state isn't foreign to you. You were born in it. Young children live in a constant state of positive expectation until they're conditioned out of it. This activation is simply returning you to your natural state, the state where something wonderful is always about to happen, not as a naive hope, but as a fundamental certainty. And as we continue, you'll begin to feel a subtle shift in your body and energy field. This is something that you allow to emerge, the natural expectation state that's always been within you, waiting to be reactivated. Before we fully activate this powerful state, let's clear away the most common blocks that might be limiting your receptivity. These blocks aren't your fault. They're natural protective mechanisms your mind created based on past experiences, but now it's time to release them. The first block is the memory of past disappointments. We've all experienced times when we expected something wonderful and it didn't materialize as we hoped. Those memories create a hesitation, a subtle pulling back from full expectation. Take a deep breath now, and as you exhale, imagine those past disappointments losing their emotional charge. They're just neutral experiences now, data points that no longer need to influence your present state. Notice how your body responds as you release the emotional weight of those memories. Perhaps a subtle relaxation in your shoulders, softening around your heart, or a deeper breath naturally emerging. Your system knows how to return to its natural state of receptivity when you give it permission. The second common block is the need to control exactly how wonderful things will arrive. This need for control actually restricts the channels through which blessings can flow. The universe has infinite pathways to deliver what's meant for you, far more creative and perfect than your conscious mind could design. As you take another deep breath, release the need to dictate the precise form or timing of the wonderful things coming your way. Feel the spaciousness that creates within you when you're no longer fixated on specific outcomes through specific channels. It doesn't have to come through the lottery. It doesn't have to come through that particular business. You open to receiving through all channels. This isn't surrendering your desires, it's expanding the possibilities for how they can manifest. The third block is expectation amnesia, the forgetting of all the times wonderful things did happen unexpectedly in your life. Your mind naturally gives more weight to disappointments than magical moments. Right now, allow a few memories of unexpected wonderful events to surface in your awareness. Times when something beautiful arrived without your effort, when synchronicity delivered exactly what you needed, when joy surprised you. Feel how remembering these experiences naturally shifts your energy. This isn't forced positivity, it's simply a more accurate and complete picture of how life has actually unfolded for you. Another subtle block is the belief that you need to deserve wonderful things, that you need to work hard, be good enough, or suffer enough first. This belief creates an unnecessary delay between you and what's already yours. Take a deep breath and release the idea that wonderful things are earned rather than your natural birthright. Notice how your body responds to this release. The final block will clear is the fear of disappointment, the unconscious limiting of expectation to protect yourself from potential letdown. This is like partially closing a door to prevent a draft, but also preventing the fresh air from circulating. As you take another breath, allow yourself to release the need for this protection. You're strong enough to handle whatever comes, and limiting your expectation doesn't actually shield you from disappointment. It only restricts the flow of wonderful possibilities. Feel yourself expanding beyond these old protections, becoming more receptive, more open. This isn't vulnerability in the sense of being exposed to danger. It's vulnerability in the sense of being fully available to receive what's already flowing towards you. Now, in this cleared and receptive state, notice the quality of your awareness. There's a relaxed alertness emerging, present, attentive, but not strained or forced. This relaxed alertness is the perfect foundation for the expectation state we're about to activate. It combines openness with readiness, receptivity with engagement. Your mind is clear, your energy is flowing, and you're perfectly positioned to activate the powerful something wonderful is about to happen state that naturally draws extraordinary experiences into your life. Now that you've cleared those blocks and created a receptive inner space, let's activate the powerful state of positive expectation, not as a concept, but as a full-bodied multi-sensory experience that your system can remember and easily return to. Begin by bringing your awareness to the center of your chest, to your heart area. This is the physical center of your expectation energy. As you focus here, you might notice a subtle warmth or expansion beginning to emerge. This is the first signature of the expectation state activating, a gentle opening and warming of your heart center. Allow this warmth to slowly intensify like the first rays of sun on a spring morning. Not forcing, just allowing. This warmth carries a specific emotional quality, a blend of certainty, curiosity, and calm joy. Feel this emotional cocktail beginning to circulate through your body with each heartbeat. Now notice your breathing naturally adjust as this expectation energy activates. Most people find their breath becoming deeper, smoother, and slightly quicker. The breathing pattern of pleasant anticipation. You're breathing as if you've just been told that a wonderful surprise is moments away from being revealed. Feel how this breathing pattern sends waves of alertness and pleasure through your nervous system. Your spine might naturally straighten slightly. Your chin may lift a few degrees. This is your body's natural posture of positive expectation, open, ready, receptive. Bring your awareness now to your facial muscles. When authentic expectation activates, corners of your mouth naturally lift slightly. Your eyes brighten, the muscles around your eyes soften. You don't need to force this. Just notice how your face naturally wants to arrange itself when you're genuinely expecting something wonderful. This facial arrangement triggers specific neural pathways in your brain, releasing a cocktail of neurochemicals, dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins that further reinforce the expectation state. Feel this pleasant chemical wash moving through your brain now, heightening your senses, enhancing your perception. Expand your awareness to include the space around your body. When the expectation state fully activates, many people report a tingling sensation or a feeling of pleasant pressure in the area around them, particularly around the crown of the head, the palms of the hands, and the soles of the feet. This is your body's electromagnetic field expanding and becoming more coherent and powerful. Some describe this as feeling like the air becomes thicker charged, like the atmosphere just before a summer rain, full of potential, vibrating with imminent manifestation. Your energy field is broadcasting a clear signal now. Something wonderful is about to happen now. Now let's anchor this fully with a simple trigger you can use anytime. As you experience this rich state of expectation, grab one of your earlobes and just give it a gentle squeeze with a light touch. Hold this connection while fully experiencing the warmth in your chest, the pleasant facial arrangement, the expanded field. Your body and subconscious mind are creating a neurological connection between this simple touch of your earlobe and the complete expectation state. In the future, when you bring your hand up and squeeze that earlobe, you'll quickly return to this powerful state. Now amplify this even further by recalling a time when you were absolutely certain something wonderful was about to happen, like the day before Christmas. And you were, of course, right. You woke up and the presents were under the tree. Perhaps before opening a long-awaited gift or receiving exciting news or experiencing a joyful reunion, bring this memory alive in your senses. The sights and sounds, and most importantly, that feeling of knowing something magnificent was moments away. Feel how this memory naturally intensifies the expectation state you've activated. The warmth increases, your energy field expands further, a smile might naturally emerge. This isn't forced or manufactured, it's your natural state of positive expectation amplifying. Now we add a powerful mental component to this physical state. In this heightened condition, silently repeat to yourself, something wonderful is happening now. Something wonderful is about to happen. Each word resonating in your cells, reinforcing the expectation frequency. Notice how different this feels from mere affirmation. You're not trying to convince yourself of anything. You're simply giving language to the energetic reality you're already experiencing. These words are the conscious expression of what your body and energy field are already broadcasting. Now that you've fully activated this powerful expectation state, let's project it forward along your timeline, creating a field of positive attraction that extends into your future. Maintain this rich state of expectation and begin to sense the immediate future, the next 24 hours of your life. Feel your expectation energy flowing into these hours, infusing them with that certainty that something wonderful is unfolding. Notice how this creates a sense of heightened awareness, a pleasant alertness, as if your system knows it needs to be ready to recognize and receive what's coming. If you get a chance, try out my Something Wonderful is Happening Now meditation, as well as the sleep meditation, to reprogram your inner thoughts towards this expectation state. Now, without needing to know exactly what form this will take, feel the absolute inevitability of this expectation state, something delightful entering your experience within this time frame, in the next 24 hours. It's like knowing the sun will rise, not hoping or wishing, but simply knowing. This beautiful certainty actually opens more channels for wonderful things to arrive, rather than limiting them. Now extend this field of expectation to the coming week. Feel it flooding forward like a golden current, touching each day with this same quality of certainty and receptivity. Something wonderful is already set in motion for this week. A delightful event, an unexpected resource, a meaningful connection, a wonderful surprise. Your expectation energy is now magnetizing this manifestation, drawing it towards you at the perfect pace. Notice how this feels different from the anxious waiting that comes with attachment to timing. You're not impatient for it to arrive. You're savoring the sweet certainty that it's already on its way. The balance of certainty without urgency creates the most powerful magnetic field, allowing your manifestations to arrive through the path of least resistance. Extend this expectation field further now, encompassing the next month. Feel how your awareness expands to hold this longer time frame while maintaining the same quality of certain expectation. Within this month, significant wonderful developments are already being orchestrated, some small and delightful, others substantial and life-enhancing. Your expectation energy is creating a clear channel for these to flow into your experience. As you project this energy into the coming months, notice how it naturally encompasses multiple aspects of your life: relationships, creative expression, abundance, well-being, without needing to micromanage how wonderful things will manifest in each area. Your expectation energy is creating an attractive field that encompasses all dimensions of your experience. This is the perfect balance of focused intention and open receptivity. You're clear about the quality of experiences you're attracting. They feel wonderful, enlivening, and aligned with your highest good, while remaining open to the infinite ways they might appear. This balance creates the most powerful manifestation field possible. Now let's address the concept of divine timing. Often when something wonderful doesn't manifest immediately, it's not because your expectation isn't working. It's because something even more wonderful is being assembled that requires more elements to align perfectly. Feel yourself relaxing into trust around timing, knowing that the delay between expectation and manifestation isn't empty waiting time, it's active creation time. Imagine your expectation energy continuing to broadcast powerfully while the universe arranges the perfect circumstances, connections, and timing for your wonderful manifestations. Feel the peace that comes with this trust, the relaxation of knowing it's not all on your shoulders to make things happen. Your role is to maintain the expectation state. The universe handles the logistics. This creates the pregnant void, that rich, fertile space between expectation and manifestation, where the most extraordinary possibilities can take form. Rather than seeing this space as a delay, recognize it as the creative womb where your wonderful experiences are gestating before birth. Feel how this perspective shifts your relationship with time. You're no longer waiting for wonderful things to happen, you're witnessing them in their process of becoming. This subtle shift from waiting to witnessing keeps your expectation energy pure and powerful, free from the distortion of impatience or doubt. As this field of powerful expectation energy continues to strengthen around you, something even more profound is happening. This isn't just a temporary state, it's becoming integrated into your very identity. You are becoming the kind of person to whom wonderful things naturally and consistently happen. Think about people you know who seem to have an unusual amount of good fortune. The ones who regularly say things like, "You won't believe what just happened," or "The most amazing thing fell into my lap." These aren't people who simply use techniques. They embody an identity that naturally attracts wonderful experiences. Right now, you're shifting from doing expectation to being expectation. Feel the difference in this shift. This expectation state isn't something external you need to adopt. It's actually your most natural way of being. Remember when you were a child, waking up each morning with that natural anticipation that something wonderful would unfold during the day. That wasn't naive. It was your authentic identity before you learned to moderate your expectations. That child still exists within you, and their natural expectation state is what we're reclaiming now. Notice how your body responds as you recognize this truth. There's often a deep sense of homecoming, of rightness when we return to our authentic identity. This is who you've always been. Your DNA is encoded with this expectation frequency. Your cellular structure resonates with it. Your nervous system recognizes it as your baseline state. That's why it feels so natural, so right, as you embodied it now. You're not becoming someone new. You're remembering who you have always been. People who consistently attract wonderful experiences don't see themselves as lucky or special. They simply know this is their natural experience of life. Feel yourself settling into this same knowing, not just as a concept, but as a lived reality. This is simply how life unfolds for you now. When you encounter other people with this identity, you recognize each other instantly. There's a particular light in the eyes, an ease in the body, a quality of presence that communicates, I live in a world where wonderful things are always unfolding. Feel yourself embodying these same qualities now, becoming identifiable to others who share this way of being. This identity is not based on what you do, what you have, or what you've achieved. It's based on the energy you embody and broadcast. Feel the liberation in this truth. You don't need to earn or deserve the wonderful experiences coming your way. They're attracted to your essential nature, to who you authentically are. Notice how differently you now perceive the flow of events in your life. Where others might see random occurrences, you recognize the elegant orchestration of wonderful experiences making their way to you. This perception isn't delusional optimism. It's accurate recognition of how reality actually works when you embody this identity. Feel how this identity carries its own momentum. Each wonderful experience that manifests reinforces your expectation, which attracts more wonderful experiences. Let this identity settle into every cell of your body, every facet of your consciousness. You're the kind of person to whom wonderful things naturally occur. Expectation is not a technique you use, it's who you are. Feel the profound shift as you integrate this truth, not just intellectually, but somatically, energetically, and emotionally. This is your birthright, to live in a state of positive expectation and to experience the wonderful manifestations that naturally flow from this state. Now let's develop your ability to recognize wonderful things when they appear, because they're already happening all around you, often in ways your previous awareness might have overlooked. Begin by expanding your definition of what constitutes a wonderful experience. Most people are trained to recognize only the dramatic, life-changing events as truly wonderful. The job offer, the relationship, the financial windfall, but wonderful things exist at all scales, and recognizing the smaller ones actually accelerates the larger ones. The perfectly timed green light when you're running late, the song that plays randomly but carries exactly the message you need to hear, the book that falls open to precisely the page with the insight you've been seeking, the call from a friend who was on your mind. These aren't coincidences. They're manifestations of your expectation field at work. Develop your awareness for these everyday miracles. They're like breadcrumbs on the path, confirming you're moving in the right direction when you acknowledge them as meaningful rather than random. You strengthen both your recognition muscle and your expectation field simultaneously. Begin to watch for meaningful coincidences, those moments when the external world seems to respond directly to your internal thoughts or needs. These meaningful coincidences often arrive through unusual channels or unexpected people. Train yourself to be open to wonderful things arriving through sources you might not have considered. The person you just met, the random article, the wrong turn that leads you to the right place. Wonderful things love to surprise you with their creative delivery methods. Gratitude is the ultimate amplifier for your expectation energy. When you genuinely appreciate the wonderful things you recognize, you create a positive feedback loop that attracts more of the same. Notice how the feeling of authentic gratitude is physically similar to the expectation state we have activated. The warmth in your chest, the slight smile, the expanded field of energy. These states are complementary, each reinforcing the other. Start training yourself to say, "There it is," when you recognize these wonderful occurrences. You can say, "Isn't it wonderful," when you see it. Remember, recognition isn't just about tallying events, it's about perceiving the intelligent orchestration behind them. Begin to appreciate not just what arrives, but the elegant timing, the perfect sequencing, the beautiful coordination of circumstances that brought it to you at exactly the right moment. This recognition training transforms your perception permanently. Where others see random events, you perceive meaningful patterns. Where others experience coincidence, you recognize orchestration. Now, let's talk about how to maintain this powerful expectation state in your everyday life. The first key is to reconnect with this energy immediately upon awaking. Those first few minutes of consciousness set the template for your entire day. Before engaging with devices or responsibilities, take a few seconds to activate this expectation state using the earlobe squeeze trigger that we established. Feel the warmth in your chest, the subtle excitement, and silently affirm, something wonderful is happening today. This creates an attractor field that influences your entire day. Similarly, the last few moments before sleep are extraordinarily powerful for reinforcement, and as you're drifting into theta, your subconscious becomes highly receptive. Again, squeeze your earlobe, reconnect with the expectation feeling, and review the wonderful things you noticed during the day. Even tiny synchronicities or moments of alignment. Throughout your day, there are natural transition moments that offer perfect opportunities to refresh your expectation state before meals, when entering or leaving buildings, while waiting at traffic lights, or during pauses between activities. These only take seconds, but maintain continuity in your expectation field. When you encounter situations that seem to contradict your expectation, challenges, delays, or disappointments, don't resist or deny them. Instead, respond with genuine curiosity. I wonder how this is actually part of something wonderful unfolding. This simple question repositions challenging events as potential components of a larger, positive orchestration rather than evidence against it. If you notice your expectation energy diminishing or doubt rising, don't judge yourself or try to force the state back. Instead, use physical movement to shift your energy. Shake it out, stand up, stretch, take a few deep breaths, or go for a brief walk. Your environment significantly impacts your ability to maintain this state. Create small anchors in your physical space, perhaps a symbol or object that reminds you of this expectation energy. Social environments influence your expectation field. Without becoming judgmental, begin to notice which interactions enhance your expectation energy and which diminish it. Gradually adjust the time you spend in different social contexts to support your natural expectation state. Share your wonderful experiences with those who can appreciate and reinforce them. As you keep on doing this, this will become your default operating system. Now take a moment to notice how differently you feel now compared to when we began. It's a distinct shift in your field, a new quality of awareness, an excitement, an expectation of wonderful things, a subtle current of anticipation flowing through you. This isn't something I've given you, it's something I've helped you remember. This state is now fully activated within you, broadcasting its powerful signal into the field of infinite possibilities. The wonderful experiences that match this frequency are already responding, already making their way to you through the path of least resistance. Some might arrive with surprising speed. Others are orchestrating more complex circumstances. In the hours and days ahead, you will begin noticing evidence of this activation working in your life. Small synchronicities, increasingly significant manifestations. Each one you acknowledge completes a cycle of creation and initiates the next. Remember, you're not hoping for something wonderful to happen. You're not wishing, wanting, or waiting. You're activating the exact energetic state that precedes wonderful manifestations. It is already done. I'd love to hear about the wonderful things that manifest for you after you listen to this. Come back and share your experiences in the comments below. Put in the comments, something wonderful is happening to me now, and I will imagine something happening for you. Your stories are powerful inspiration for everyone in the reality revolution. They create a powerful field of positive expectation for everyone who encounters it. If you haven't already, this is the perfect time to subscribe to this channel. Put a like on this video. Turn on your notifications. I was talking to a friend the other day that had listened to like 500 of my videos and had not subscribed yet. So please do, it helps the channel. And I promise the next activation that you experience will take you even deeper. The most powerful manifestors throughout history weren't people who mastered complicated techniques or performed elaborate rituals. They're people who simply expected wonderful things as their natural experience of life, and then watched as reality rearranged itself to match that expectation. You've now activated that same power within yourself. You've reclaimed your birthright of positive expectation, and from this moment forward, you will expect wonderful things. Something wonderful isn't just about to happen. Something wonderful is already happening right here, right now within you. And everything that follows is just the outer world catching up to what you've already become. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.